One last place finish has very quickly turned into 3. I've now got 2 unhappy drivers, an unhappy staff, and we're about to head to one of the hardest tracks on the calendar. Perfect. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to M4JVelocity Racing here on F1 Manager 2024. I nearly forgot the name of the series then. You're probably wondering, why are we about to head to Japan? Haven't we just finished racing in Bahrain? And yes, you'd be correct. Basically, it was always the plan to skip Saudi Arabia. I was going to skip some of the, not some of the worst tracks, because Saudi's actually a good track, but some of the more boring races at the start of this career, purely because we're going to get our asses handed to us every single week. So there's no point in watching them all. And you can already see Mick and Zach are basically fed up to the back teeth of me. They're probably going to be leaving before the end of the season at this rate. So we skipped Saudi. That was an episode. And then we went to Australia. We raced in the wet. It was an atrocious race. I completely forgot how tyres work. And we ended up finishing plumb dead last again. You're probably wondering, where's that episode? Well, I have been recording lots of different videos for lots of different series over the last couple of weeks. And in doing so, I swap audio tracks when I'm recording. So sometimes I'll record just the audio track with my microphone connected. Sometimes I'll record one with the microphone and the game audio. And sometimes I'll record one with just the game audio. Guess which one I used when I was recording those last 2 episodes? I talked for like 2 hours yesterday. And none of it got picked up. I mean, none of it got saved. None of it was usable. So unfortunately, there's no episode of me screwing up in Australia. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. It wasn't the best watch anyway. I'm more upset about the fact that I actually got some really good screenshots to use for the thumbnail and couldn't use any of them. So, yeah. But we're about to head to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. But before that, let me catch you up on what's happening with the team. So car development wise, we've now got the first 2 upgrades are almost ready. There's another one here that's on its way. And in fact, we also have the underfloor that's now being manufactured, and it should be ready in time for the Japanese Grand Prix. However, we're not going to use it. We're going to wait for the front wing, the rear wing, and possibly even the side pods, to be honest, to all be ready. And we're going to take one big upgrade with us to the whatever race comes after that, Chinese Grand Prix, I believe it is. In terms of drivers, I came across the bug where you don't get the contract thing. They don't come back with a renegotiation. Apparently, though, that's as of today, when I'm recording this, which is on Monday, the 29th of July, that has been patched out now. So hopefully we will actually be able to sign some affiliate drivers. One of which I think I was in the process of scouting. Oh, did I just see Kimmy then? I'm sure I just saw his name. There. Yes. Should we sign Kimmy? Oh, he can't be... Oh, do you know what, though? We can actually bring him in as a... do you know, we'll scout him. We'll bring him in as an affiliate driver, and then we'll promote him to the team. That's a really good idea, Mark. Oh, that's such a good idea. That could save the team, because right now he is, yeah, he's better than Zach. So watch out, Zach. There's a target on your back. Yeah, what else was I talking about? Yes, so calendar. That's what I was going to look at. So the way this series is now going to work. So we've raced in Bahrain, we've raced in Saudi, we've raced in Australia. We've got Japan next, and then we have China, which is our first sprint race here. First sprint race of the season. After that, I think we're going to skip Miami. In fact, we may even skip Japan and just go to China now. That's not a bad idea. Although I've already recorded the intro for this video, so I think we are going to have to go to Japan, just for completion's sake. But Miami, we could probably skip Miami. We're definitely skipping Monaco, which comes after Imola. I would like to do Canada, because Canada is the scene of my one and only point scoring finish in one of these playthroughs. So I would like to revisit that. Spain, we can skip. Austria, we're definitely going to. Silverstone, we are not missing Silverstone by any shadow of a doubt. Hungary, we might skip, though, and then it's Belgium. And then we're up to date with the real life calendar. After that, of course, you've got the Netherlands and Monza. Then it's Baku. And I keep forgetting Baku, because Baku normally comes in and around Monaco, and Canada. So to have Baku here is a bit strange. I don't think F1 has raced in Baku this late in the year before, so it's going to be quite interesting. And that ends the European leg, and then it's off to Singapore. And then, of course, you've got COTA, Mexico, Brazil, which is the scene of another sprint race. I think COTA is this year as well. Then you've got Vegas, then you've got Qatar, and then you've got Abu Dhabi. So we're going to skip the majority of those more boring races, if I can say that, because some of them are quite exciting. But we are going to head to Japan. So in terms of car development, there is actually a slot now that we can look at. And I think the chassis is something we could look at. It increases top speed, DRS effectiveness, and engine cooling. I think altogether, though, something like suspension might work better for us because we want more cornering. We want to be able to go around corners a little bit quicker, and we want to preserve tyres a little bit more as well. So I think I'm actually... They say don't do this, but I think I am going to do this, purely because I like to rebel against the system. And we'll chuck another 30 hours in like so. And already you can see these are actually making some pretty big gains. Tyre preservation here, though, is the one that is suffering. So I think on this one, there should be one... Yeah, this one. And in fact, that's big gains on a lot of things. So tyre preservation shoots up by, it says 12.03% there, but it says 22.05% here. So it depends on what you believe. Yeah, but this is good. Pluses everywhere, which is nice to see. And we could even possibly get a little bit more performance if we shave off some of the weight as well. Yeah, by reducing the lifespan. That is what I meant to say. So I think we're going to do this. We're going to allocate... And we've got 3 engineers, so I might as well allocate them all. And I kind of want to rush it. To try and get it out the same time as the underfloor? Side pods, that's what it is. So it's a little bit behind, but it should catch up. Yeah. That's that for that. Oh, one more thing. So yes. There's going to be 2 episodes a week, hopefully, for the next few weeks moving forward. Mainly because I now no longer work for racing games. If you haven't seen that news, I think I've done a community post about it. If not, check it out on my socials. But because of that, I've got a lot more free time now, so I've got time to record more episodes. And the plan is to do like pre-race prep, car development, driver hirings, things like that, in the earlier slot in the week, which currently is Tuesdays. And then the second slot, which currently is Thursdays, is going to be qualifying and the race. So the practice session, at least P1, will take place in the Tuesday slot. And then qualifying and the race will take place in the Thursday slot. The exception to that will be for sprint races. So with China next week, there's a sprint race. Or next race, I should say, not next week. Although it will be next week by the time you're watching this. The sprint race will be on the Tuesday, and the feature race and qualifying for that will be on the Thursday. That's the plan for this series. I think it just moves things along quite nicely. It means you get double the F1 fun every week. The views for the first couple in this series have actually been pretty encouraging, so I'd like to keep that up if I can. And even though there has been some pre-launch issues and post-launch issues with the game, I still think it's the best game in the series so far. I think 2022 was a good start. 2023 was a good evolution of that start. But 2024 seems to be where they're hitting the ground running. And the sad thing is, this could be the last game in the series as well, unless things improve. So hopefully, fingers crossed for Frontier, this actually works for them, because they're a dedicated team. They're a good team. They work really hard on their games. And yeah, I think they do deserve the success, believe it or not. Despite what some angry, toxic people on the internet might think, I think Frontier do actually do a good job with these games and deserve the success from it. Right, Christian Mansell has agreed to join as well. That's something else I did. I couldn't see his name on the thing just now, so I figured this hadn't worked with the update. But yeah, Christian Mansell will be joining as an affiliate driver for 2 seasons, starting now, I guess. There he is. Look at him in his race suit. Fits the bill quite nicely. Excellent stuff. Can I find him now then? Yep, over here, over here. So he's still racing in F3 for ART. After that, though, I don't actually know what happens. I don't know when his contract with ART expires, but yeah. I was trying to see in the last episode, actually, the one that didn't work, how to get... Oh, cool. He's actually got stats. That's nice. So he's third in the championship there with a podium, 27 points. Doing all right. I was trying to see how to get Teresa here into a car for next season, but I guess that's when you get to the end of the first season, maybe offers come in. Holy moly, she's on money. What was that? 2.3 million. Mansell's on 150,000. I'm tempted to sack off Teresa just for that salary. That's ridiculous. 3 million though to terminate it. Holy mother of God. How the hell did that happen? That is actually a known bug. Now I think about it, that is a known bug, that the salary is way too high for affiliate drivers. So hopefully that's something that gets resolved in the future as well. Yeah, there's Mansell. We confirmed it. All good. There's Kimi. Right. I want to try and get Kimi in. He got a pretty cheap buyout fee, actually. 9 months left. I really want to go for it. He's enthusiastic. He's got good marketability. His development rate, is through the roof. I think we try and break him out of Mercedes. It was always the goal to have Kimi race for us. Always the goal. So I think 1 season, immediate. Salary, I think, is fine. This, I do kind of want to bump up a little bit, though. And I do want to give him a signing bonus. Basically a bribe. I want to bribe him to join us. There we go. And we'll give him an offer deadline there. And go. And we'll see what he says. In the meantime, we carry on here. Just ordering our tickets to Japan. Driver development update. Has there been any improvement? O'Sullivan's overtaking has gone up. I'm not quite sure how. Because if anything, he goes backwards. When the races start. But hey. 17th and 22nd in the driver standings right now. We are 10th in the team standings. So I'm not too upset about that. And then monthly affiliates. Aha, Mansell's got up as well on cornering. Actually, we need to start a development thing for him. And then the car development here, yeah. We haven't actually added anything new to the car yet. So there is that. Let's just look at this. There we go. So driving standards we could look at. Or wheel to wheel is probably a good one for him. Yeah. Tempted to boost facilities as well, like a simulator, to actually give them something to do. How much is a simulator? Facilities. That to me looks like the save icon, but with strips cut out of it. I wouldn't say that looks very much like the facilities symbol. I think we build this. It's $1 million. That's nothing. Apparently it'll take 9 days to build a simulator. I suppose if you think about it, they'll just clear out a bit of office space and shove in a sim racing rig, you know? So that works. So we're not going to get it in time for the race, but we can set it up afterwards. So for pit crew development, I set this to balanced before, and I think our pit stops were actually pretty good. So I don't really want to mess around too much with that. The only thing I would do is try and reduce fatigue, which is there, fatigue reduction. So the chance of mistake will decrease significantly. Car building actually goes up as well, which is nice. And the pit stop time, it goes up, but so minimal. What's that? 0.03 of a second. So I'm fine with that. Excellent stuff. I wish it would take you back to the inbox at that point. Right, rear wing. We'll get that manufactured. Again, when you click go to the manufacture thing, it would be good if it took you to the part, because I couldn't find the one before, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, we want 4 of these at least. Do we want to rush them? The first one's in 3 days, all by 12. The first, I mean, the race is in, what, 4 days still? So I think we'll just do normal. It's cheaper as well. So that's another 1.1 million. Which is a bit expensive, but we'll roll with the punches on that one. Front wing is also ready. So we'll get that on the go as well. I can't. I need to wait for one of these to finish. Got to remember that the front wing is ready as well. And that should hopefully be a little bit of a boost for the team. Right, we got some money from the sponsors. They seem to be happy. Do we need to set up anything else? Oh, yes, voice-in as well. I forgot all these drivers that I was in the middle of signing. So voice-in is happy to join as well. So we'll bring him in. Is it 12 affiliate drivers you can have? So at this rate, what was it, 77 and 70? At this rate, if we were to replace Mansell with, or you know, replace O'Sullivan, sorry, with Mansell, that's not a huge downgrade. And voice-in is here just to develop. So he's at Rodin Motorsport. I think he did win at Belgium last weekend in the feature race in F3, which is good. And that's two, I was about to say two young British drivers, because for some reason I had it in my head that Mansell is British, and he's not. He's Australian. But that's two good young drivers. Three if you count Delgado as well. So I think overall, pretty good. Do I autofill this? Feel like it. We could bribe them with more stuff if we want. The main thing is they're going to be happy and they're going to keep paying out. So we'll leave it as that. And then we'll continue. So we're off to Japan. We're going to do the practice session here. And then we're going to... I'm going to do P1 here. And then we're going to skip P2 and P3. And then the next episode will be qualifying and the race. Right, Mick 16th, Zach 19th. Hopefully we get a little bit of money from this. So that means we have to finish 4th from bottom with Zach and 6th from bottom
From the Suzuka circuit in Japan.
to get the money for both of them. Which, I don't know. If it's a wet race, light rain, it's plausible that we could end up optimizing a strategy. We'll see. This time, though, I'm not going to bugger it up like I did in Australia, because that was embarrassing. Here we go, then. Let's see if I can master this early on. So, Suzuka is a track that requires quite a lot of turning, in that there's basically no straights. Even the pit straight has a curve on it. So I think in terms of oversteer, you probably want quite a lot. I would say like this as a starting point. Anti-roll, I think you want that quite high as well, quite low. Distributing towards the rear will improve responsiveness and bias towards cornering and oversteer. So I think something like this. Now I could have gone completely the wrong way with this. We'll find that out shortly. I think braking stability is actually quite important when you're driving. I'm not going to touch Zach's. I'm just going to do mix because I'm lazy like that. Here we go then. Manage. Session has started. Also, you'll see me pause the game periodically just to take screenshots. That's my new thing now as well, because the thumbnails, you gotta get good thumbnails. In fact, oh, that would have been such a good one. I'm pretty certain I forgot to do that last time as well, and I even said then I forgot to do it because I'm a melon like that. Right, Zach's out on track. We don't care about these, we just care about lap times right now.
Copy for radio check.
Okay, that would have been a good one for the screenshot as well. There we go, we'll just do that as a starting point. I think I said this in the episodes that never were as well. I was quite impressed with how well the thumbnail for episode 2 came out. I used Photoshop's AI to remove a lot of the UI in the game. And there was one particular corner it didn't like, which is why I left it in, which was mixed in at the bottom here. And also, for some reason, when I was trying to get rid of the timing tower, the AI put a woman's head next to his wing mirror. I'm not quite sure where that came from either. But, yeah, it's a thing. It happened. Should I try and get a screenshot of him going around 130R? Honestly, 130R, I would go out on a limb and say that is the scariest corner in motorsport. Some might say the corkscrew at Laguna Seca, or even Radion and Eau Rouge at Spa, but I think 130R, to trust the car that much to keep your foot planted through a corner like that, where so many times in the past it's gone wrong, that takes balls. That takes real balls. I just want to do this one as well. There we go. So if you actually look at how much is on the screen here, how much I had to remove with the AI, you can see how impressive it actually is. We're also going to get one just looking back as well. It's the only time that we're going to look back, because everyone else is going to be in front of us. There we go. That's probably the thumbnail taken care of now, to be honest, but we'll see. Right, we might as well use visor cam here for Suzuka. First lap, we've got a car full of fuel. We're on hard tyres. There is no chance whatsoever we're going to break the lap record. Let's go. The one and only DRS straight here at Suzuka then. That is one thing I don't like about Suzuka, is it's only got one DRS. It's impossible to overtake on as well. The only other place you could put DRS though is on the build up to 130R, and there's no safe way to stop the cars if the DRS gets stuck open. So I see why they haven't got more than one, but still, I like DRS. I'm a fan of DRS. I'm going to miss DRS when it's gone in 2026. Through the S's, which I absolutely despise driving, but do enjoy watching, up to, are these the Degner corners? I believe that's what they're called. Under the bridge, towards the hairpin. I'll be honest with you here, with Suzuka, I don't know all of the corner names. Most of them have names, I believe, but for the most part I don't know what any of them are. I know that we're coming up to the spoon, which is the far hairpin up here, which I believe is actually 2 corners, not 1. So this left-hander here is an absolute nightmare, and then you have to brake even further to get round the second stage here. And now we're down the back straight, which I think is also used as the pits for MotoGP on the right-hand side there, or at least something uses it as the pits. And then up to 130R again, incredibly intimidating. Mick's done a good job there, I'd say. And if that's not bad enough, you've then got one of the strongest braking zones in F1 into this final chicane, also added for safety reasons, and then round the final corners and back down the only DRS zone. So O'Sullivan did a 135.8, Mick nearly 2/10 behind. It's a bit weird that O'Sullivan seems to be the faster driver right now, but I guess that means his setup is better. We'll see shortly. How are your tyre temps? I'm not controlling your tyres. No. You're in charge of that, sunshine. I'm just here to sort out your setup. Who's Cha? I don't actually know who that is. Can I see them out on track? Will that tell me? Drives for Haas. I know that much. Yeah, I don't actually know who that is. Trying to think of Haas's drivers. Behrman's the only one I can think of who does practice sessions. So I don't know. But he, Bottas and Iwasa are currently slower than us. And I actually should have put one of our affiliate drivers in the car for this session. That would have been smart, wouldn't it? I wonder if it's possible to put 2 affiliate drivers in for one session. Who knows? For now, though, I'm just going to speed up time. It's fine. Colapinto is also slower than us. Gasly. Is that Gotha? Is that his name? Wow, because of the whole affiliates thing, I'm actually seeing names that I've not seen before. So, there's Crawford. Behrman's in the Ferrari. We saw that before. Who are you? Oh, you're Pato O'Ward. I know who you are. And then we got Hadger in the Red Bull. Actually, Red Bull have got 2 affiliate drivers in the car. So it is possible. Interesting. Might have to try and remember to do that in China. Not quite sure how that's going to benefit. If they've kept the thing of the person you put in the car shares the same style, then that'll be useful. Right, Zach not happy. That's not ideal. He's coming into the pits now. Mick's still out because his feedback is atrocious. In goes Zach. I have a feeling I know which way the car needs to go. Yeah, oversteer. So actually Mick might be in the better position on this one. Purely because he's got the car with the oversteer. I think that is a pretty good place to go with it. Straights, I need to scooch. So actually keep this where it was. Move this back and then add a little bit more here. That'll probably do it. I'm messing around now, I know. Braking stability, that needs to come up. This one probably works a little bit for that one. And then cornering and braking stability from this. So I need to get traction back. Oh, perfect. That, I think, works quite well. We'll keep you on the same tyres, same run. Off you go. We'll see how happy Mick is. How's the car feeling? Something doesn't feel 100%. Ah, that's not what I wanted to hear, Mick. Come on, man. Alright, he's coming in.
Oops.
Oh, I was just about to get a screenshot. You utter swine. It's so annoying. And now he's going to drive in. Yeah, we're not going to bother with that one. That's a view that no one should see anyway, as a car driving itself into the pit. Oh, okay. He wants to go the other way. Interesting. So you want something a bit more like this. And then braking stability. What increases braking stability? This. But does it do it enough? No, it doesn't. But this does. So this is quite extreme. And if this doesn't work, I don't know what will. But we'll see. So you want another 20 laps. Now we've got the pit crew trying to work on 2 cars at the same time, which is less than ideal. But what can you do? I got quite lucky in Australia that I ended up with Mick on a 92% after the first couple configurations. I think I got Zach to 86. So it would have been nice if I'd have got lucky with these two as well. But 17 for Mick is absolutely atrocious. And yet he is only 3/10 slower than Zach, who had whatever it was he was on. So make of that what you will. But yeah, there's not really much to say right now. I'm just going to let them swing around the track a few times and see what they can come up with. Mick's about to get overtaken by a Mercedes, which is a little annoying because we're trying to get some practice runs in here. The lap times aren't going to get any faster right now because we've got a heavy car loaded with fuel. We're on used tyres. Nothing is... nothing's going to be in our favour here in terms of lap times. So we'll see. There isn't really much to do now. Just literally wait. Magnussen, whoever CHA is, I feel like I should know that as well. That's really annoying. Do I Google it? Is it worth Googling? That's the tyres he's responding. Yeah, he's talking about the tyres. So he might have to come in for tyres at some point. Suzuka, I believe, is quite a harsh track when it comes to abrasiveness. So the tyres are probably going to melt before the drivers get the feedback. Although we're not far off. 4 out of 5 on both. And they should get the required feedback before the end of the session by the looks of it, which is nice. I'm going to ignore Mick for now. Just don't crash. 20% is fine. Just get to the end of the feedback. Alright, you've got a puncture. That's annoying.
Do I have a puncture?
Oy, oy, oy. Both of them. Yep, they both got punctures. Alright. We're going to watch the replay of this and get a screenshot of that as well. And sparks. There we go. So 20% does seem to be the cliff. Although you have now hit 0. So maybe it was 0. Maybe I'll just stick them on mediums for the last bit. Or we could just do softs and see how we go. Because we've got... You're on to 71 now. This one's still bad. So what's that? Braking stability. How can we improve that without messing up anything else? This one. That kind of works in our favour, actually. Because we needed to lift up. So we needed to lift up braking, cornering, sorry, and lower braking stability, and the best way to do that was this. Could try that. I'm just going to stick you on softs for now. We'll go on that set, and then the run plan. It's 5 minutes left, so we'll probably put you out for just 3 laps and just see what you've got. What about Mick? Did he get to 5 out of 5? 64, but we're still no closer. I might just ignore him, send him out on softs for now, and just let him do what he wants, basically. And we'll let the sim sort the rest out. Alright, out you go, son. Let's see what you've got. Should be green sectors at least. Now he's heading back. Yeah, that annoys me. Why is he now heading to the garage when I sent him out to do... Stay on those tyres. Run plan. 3 laps. Go out. It's like he did an out lap and then just came back in again. Straight away. He says heading to garage again. Where's Zach? Did he take the checkered flag? I think he's still on a time lap. No, he's still on his out lap. Oy, oy, oy. Well, that's dumb. So I don't think we actually got the lap time that I wanted there. Right, who is CHA? Chloe Chambers. Okay, she must be a regen. Okay, so I've got to remember all these names now of these new drivers. So you've got the actual affiliate drivers like Colapinto and Awasa and Crawford and drivers like that. Oh, it is Gotha. Gotha? Gotha. Gotha. Someone tell me how to pronounce his name, please. Behrman, though, fastest. Look at that. A 131. Hadja in the Red Bull. Obviously, Verstappen would have beaten this time. Hadja in the Red Bull 2/10 slower. Not bad. So I'm going to wrap this episode up here. Setup satisfaction. Well, we don't know for Zach. Mick, we got it to 64. Which isn't terrible considering we started on 17. We're going to sim P2, P3. Hopefully when we come back for quali, we'll have 2 relatively happy drivers ready to put in probably the worst laps of their careers. But we'll see. For now though, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below. Let me know how to improve the team, the car, the drivers, all that good stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, go F1, and until next time, I will see you soon.